What if you were stranded in a desert? How to survive. Humans are not built for extreme conditions. We need plenty of water and comfortable temperatures to thrive. Unfortunately, deserts offer neither of these. Being stranded in a desert, away from our usual comforts, can be terrifying. The heat during the day can go up to 49 degrees C, 120 degrees F, while temperatures at night might reach minus 18 degrees Celsius, 0 degree F. In such harsh conditions, your survival could hinge on your access to water and your ability to manage without it for extended periods. We will provide you with practical advice, grounded in science, that will show you how to survive if you ever find yourself stuck in a desert. Where is the Sahara? The Sahara Desert is recognized as one of the most inhospitable environments for human survival on the globe. In the Sahara, the absence of rainfall and clouds is the norm, making water exceedingly scarce. This scarcity of water is critical because an average human can only survive about 3 days without hydration. In the desert, the sun's rays beat down with relentless intensity. This raises the risk of heat stroke and can lead to severe sunburn if you are not adequately protected. The Sahara is also known for its extreme heat. During the summer, the temperature across the desert usually exceeds 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees F. In some areas, the mercury can soar to 45, 46, or even 47 degrees Celsius under exceptional conditions. The sand can become even hotter, reaching temperatures up to 80 degrees Celsius, 176 degrees F. Such high temperatures can cause severe burns upon contact. Another hazard in the Sahara is the massive dust storms that can arise without warning. These storms can span areas as large as entire countries. They carry billions of superheated sand particles that are capable of causing significant damage to the skin, eyes, and respiratory tract if inhaled. The size of the Sahara adds to its scary nature. It is significantly larger than the United States, spanning over 1 million square kilometers. Yet, unlike the densely populated US, the Sahara is a vast expanse of barren land with little to no water, cloud cover, or life. It is one of the least populated regions on the planet, home to only about 2.5 million people compared to over 320 million in the United States. Finding yourself alone in the middle of the Sahara Desert is undeniably one of the most challenging survival situations imaginable. With few natural resources and even fewer human inhabitants, the chances of stumbling upon help in this vast wilderness are slim. Surviving here requires a deep understanding of the environment and a well-prepared survival strategy. Let's discuss some of the strategies. 1. Get a head cover and enough water. Staying safe in the desert requires managing your exposure to the sun during the hot days and retaining warmth during the cold nights. If possible, avoiding direct sunlight is the best strategy. When you can't find shade, wearing a hat is essential. It will keep your head cool and reduce sweating, which helps conserve your body's water and also shields your skin from the harsh sun rays. If you have water with you, resist the urge to drink it all at once when you feel thirsty. Such immediate consumption can lead to faster depletion of your limited supply. Instead, monitor your hydration by checking the color of your urine. Dark urine is a warning sign that you need to sip some water because you are dehydrated. If your urine is light-colored, your hydration levels are satisfactory for the time being, and you can delay drinking more water. Water conservation is necessary in the desert. Without any water, your next best option is to locate a natural source. Observing animal tracks can often lead you to water. Another method is to search along dry streams or riverbeds where water may be present just beneath the surface. Focus particularly on the outside bends of dried riverbeds, as water tends to accumulate there. However, finding water in the desert doesn't guarantee it's safe to drink. Pooled water might be contaminated with harmful bacteria or chemicals, leading to illness such as vomiting or diarrhea, which can further dehydrate you. Before drinking any found water, smell it and taste a small amount to assess its safety. Additionally, consuming cactus fruit can provide you with some hydration. These fruits contain water, but you should only eat small amounts because consuming too much can upset your stomach. In the early morning, take advantage of dew that has settled on plants and other surfaces. Collecting and drinking this dew can be a vital source of water. 2. don't stress yourself out. When stranded in a desert, it's important not to panic. Panicking and running around aimlessly can be the most harmful thing to do. It's vital to conserve your energy. In most cases, the best strategy is to stay close to where you initially became stranded. This makes it easier for rescuers to locate you, especially if they start searching from your last known position. Unless you are certain of your location and know the direction to safety or water, you should not wander off. Moving without a clear direction can lead to getting even more lost and further away from potential help. If you absolutely must leave your initial location, plan your movement strategically. Desert temperatures can be extreme, with blistering heat during the day and freezing cold at night. To manage these conditions, rest during the hot days when the sun is most intense. If you need to move, do so during the cooler night hours to avoid heat exhaustion and conserve water. If you have items like a poncho or parachute, use them to create a shelter. You can stretch the material over a depression between dunes or rocks to protect yourself from the elements. To increase your chances of being rescued, signal for help. One effective way to do this is by building a fire at night when it is visible from a distance. The light from the fire can attract the attention of rescuers or passing vehicles. Remember, your priority is to stay safe, conserve energy, and use available resources wisely while waiting for help. 3. Stay hungry and don't trip. When stranded in a desert, managing your food and water resources wisely is critical. If you have food with you, eat only small amounts at a time to maintain your energy. Eating too quickly or too much at once can increase your appetite, which isn't ideal since resources are more important for survival. Remember, people can survive much longer without food than without water, so it's advisable to conserve food and prioritize water intake. If you find yourself needing to look for food, cacti are a good option. All cacti are safe to eat, which makes them a reliable source of nutrition in the desert. Avoid eating lizards and insects, as they can be poisonous and pose a significant risk to your health. To prevent dehydration, keep your mouth closed as much as possible to conserve the moisture in your breath. Covering your mouth with a bandana or a piece of clothing can also help reduce moisture loss. This technique minimizes the amount of water your body loses through respiration. Despite the intense heat, resist the urge to remove your clothes. Keeping your skin covered is essential to protect it from the sun's harsh rays, which can cause severe sunburn. Additionally, clothing helps to slow down dehydration by shielding your skin and reducing the rate of moisture evaporation. Mauro Prosperi story. The Marathon des Sables, known as the Marathon of the Sands, exemplifies human endurance and determination. This grueling 6-day ultramarathon spans about 156 miles across southern Morocco, in the heart of the Sahara, an equivalent distance of roughly 6 standard marathons. This event, considered the toughest foot race on Earth, draws hundreds of participants eager to test their limits against the desert's unforgiving climate. Mauro Prosperi, an Italian police officer and former Olympic pentathlete, entered this race in 1994 at the age of 39. With 3 young children at home, he was one of only 134 competitors that year, and the sparse attendance meant he was alone for most of the race. On the race's 4th day, as temperatures soared to 115 F, Prosperi was caught in a sandstorm that unexpectedly halted the race. While other runners found shelter and resumed the race once the storm subsided, Prosperi was lost to the sands. Disoriented and separated from the trail markers after backtracking for hours in the dark, he found himself stranded with little food and almost no water. Adhering to race guidelines, he waited for rescue, but his attempts to attract a rescue helicopter were unsuccessful. Desperate and alone, Prosperi continued to walk. Eventually, he discovered a marabout, an abandoned shrine, which offered him temporary refuge. There, he improvised survival tactics, such as sucking on wet wipes for moisture, licking morning dew from rocks, and drinking his own urine. Prosperi's food supplies reduced to nothing, forcing him to subsist on whatever he could find, including bird eggs, beetles, and even raw bats and lizards, attempting to extract every possible bit of moisture. His situation grew so dire that in a moment of despair, he attempted to end his life. However, His blood coagulated quickly due to dehydration, frustrating his effort. Determined to survive, Prosperi left the marabout and walked toward distant mountains, marking his path with remnants of his gear. After 8 grueling days, his ordeal ended when he stumbled upon a desert oasis inhabited by a caravan of Tuareg nomads, who helped him reach safety. Prosperi had unwittingly crossed into Algeria, traveling 180 miles from where he had last been seen. He was severely debilitated, having lost 35 pounds and suffered near liver failure. Upon his return to Italy, Prosperi faced a long recovery, but eventually regained his strength. Do you think you are up for the task? Can you survive the Sahara Desert? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.